Paddy, we keep bumping into one another.
We do.
I was at your old gym. Is it still your gym, Next Generation?
Yeah, Next Generation, yeah.
But here you are, just honing your boxing skills.
Yeah. As we all know, boxing is a big part of MMA, you know what I mean? Striking is a big part, and I've got a hand surgery next month, and it's a little bit twingy, it hurts a bit and that, you know what I mean? But I'm just focusing on my boxing until I get my surgery done, and then I can focus on other stuff. I can focus on my kicks, I can focus on anything, you know what I mean? But for now, until the 7th of October, I'm just in here every day, and I'm going to work on my boxing and my footwork. As you know, with Matty, Brandon and Liam, I'm going to get better every day. They're all...
You've got a few special talents here now, haven't you?
Very good talents. Everyone knows Brandon already, how special he is, like, you know what I mean? How small he is and how much power he is and how fast he is, but no one really knows Liam and Matty yet, and they're going to come on the scene and shock a few people when they get in the ring.
I was truly impressed with Liam's got a lovely left hook, but I was impressed with how well Matty, because he's a big guy, you know, he's stocky and everything. You'd think he'd be a bit cumbersome, but he's got beautiful footwork, hasn't he?
Yeah, like, well, that's what I mean. I spar with Matty and he's very elusive. And people that size aren't really normally that elusive, are they? You know what I mean? He's like 80-something kilo, and he moves around like like a featherweight. You know what I mean?
He's a bit like a small Tyson.
Yeah, he is, because his upper body's big in his thighs.
That's it, yeah. So what's happening with you anyway? Because last time I spoke to you was a couple of years ago. I come down to see Carl Dilks.
Yeah.
He was fighting on the same. Were you fighting the Viking then or something?
Yeah. Well, there's another one. I was going into that fight with this hand broke. I've got to get surgery on this hand now. Like, there's a ligament missing there. I shouldn't be able to do that on my hand. My scaphoid bone's doing a backward somersault, and my lunar bone's pushing me the other way. So I'm getting a gap in between my wrist. So I can't throw hooks and uppercuts at the minute. It's hurting me to throw them. So I'm just jabbing with my left hand, you know what I mean? But before I fought the Viking, I got surgery 12 weeks before, and got the wires out 6 weeks before, and then fought, and I shouldn't have, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like, because the success that you've had must have come at, I mean, you're only 26 now, aren't you?
Yeah, well, 26 in January I am, so...
So you're 25 then?
Yeah.
Right, so in mixed martial arts, you literally are a baby.
A baby.
And yet you're a two-weight world champion?
One, and I've fought the Viking. I lost the fight for that belt, you know what I mean? So I've been a featherweight champion and challenged for the lightweight title as well. And for lightweight, I'm not that big, you know what I mean? I want to fight at lightweight until I get in the UFC. I don't want to kill myself to make weight.
Is that the dream to get in the UFC?
Yeah, well, it's not even the dream, it's the goal, because I know it's happening. The dream's to win the title, and I'm going to get in there and move down to feather, and I'll be a big featherweight lad, and I'll...
Do you know something? If you retired now, just say that flying triangle that you did, do you not think you could retire on that? That was just, it was an absolute cracking move, wasn't it?
I've got 3 of them on my record. 3.
One, I don't know if which one I see.
I've got 2 in the arena and 1 in the Olympia.
Was that the, I think the one I watched was at the Echo.
In the Echo,
yeah.
Well, there's one when I was a proper kid, when I was about 19, 20, where I'd done one, but I think you would have seen the more recent one, where I jump
3 years ago.
I jump in the crowd.
Yeah.
2018 it was. Great that.
I just said, you know, if you look at that's just, it's there, isn't it now? You don't have to, if you never did anything again for me, you know, you could just retire on that one.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there, but like,
special.
I've got a legacy to build, lad. Not just on Cage Warriors and the UFC and just the whole of MMA in general. Not even just the UFC. I want to be remembered as one of the best.
I've been watching the behind closed doors. It's been fantastic, hasn't it?
It has been one of the only sports I can still put on good shows. You know what I mean? Like, the footy's been terrible, hasn't it? You know what I mean? Watching footy with no fans is just shite. But fights with no fans, it's still not shite.
But it's better.
Yeah,
because it reminds me of the Contender series, you know, when they're doing it in the cage.
Because you can hear everything as well, can't you?
Same with the boxing, it's been brilliant because you can hear the instructions being shouted out and everything.
And if they use it and stuff like that. The only thing is, you can hear the commentators, and sometimes people hear, like on the UFC, people hear the commentators and stop doing something because the commentators have said it. And when normally they wouldn't hear them.
Right, yeah. But then actually I was watching one, Alistair Overstream against, I can't remember the kid.
On the weekend, Saka.
And he was grabbing the top of the cage.
Fence. Yeah, you can't.
And you're not supposed to do that, and he was shouting and
get your hands back in the cage.
And then the referee was pulling up on him.
Yeah.
You know, it's but so when do you think you'll be all ready to fight again then, mate?
Well, this surgery, like I said, it's a ligament surgery. It's not like the other hand. I had 2 bone surgeries. You know what I mean? The scaphoid bone needed replacing, and then I broke my hand when I fought too soon. So this one, the ligament, so I'm hoping to be back in the cage by February, March.
And you still fighting with, is it Cage Warriors?
Yeah, I'll still be fighting with Cage Warriors.
And is there anything lined up for you there?
Well, like I said, I'll fight in February or March, and then I'll either go to the UFC or fight for the lightweight belt. One or the other. It can only be one of the two.
It can only be one.
Win my next fight, and then literally it's either sign with the UFC or fight for the lightweight title and then sign for the UFC.
Yeah. No, I just wish you all the best, mate. Like I say, I really do like the UFC, and I think it's been brilliant for you know, the lockdown.
Yeah.
As I think now, you know, Eddie's 4 shows that he put on behind closed doors were brilliant. I think Frank Warren's picking his game up now.
Yeah.
And I think by the UFC being so good and so successful, it's pushing boxing.
Pushing others, but it is, yeah. Like we said, it was at first it was possibly the only sport that was still going, wasn't it? Because obviously you only need 2 people in the cage and a ref and then officials and stuff. I mean, you don't need lots of people, and that's why it's good to the UFC. Like, it's harder for Cage Warriors to do because Cage Warriors don't have the funding that the UFC has. But Cage Warriors still put a show on and I fought on it, know what I mean, with no crowd in March when lockdown first come in.
Oh, I remember.
I fought the day lockdown come in.
Where was that? Was that
Manchester.
Oh, Manchester.
Yeah, in the BEC arena.
Right.
But they didn't have a crowd. It was just empty. And I'll never forget it. I could hear me coach Paul singing me song behind me and that. It was weird. Mad.
Right, well listen, I hope the surgery goes well, mate, and we get to see you back in there, and we get to be a world champion, and hopefully I get to watch you on the UFC.
You know, that never know, might end up having a boxing fight, might you? Like, you know what's that?
How do you find that? Because obviously the finer points of boxing are not required in UFC.
Yeah.
They're not, you know what I mean? Because you've only got 2 weapons. You know, with the UFC, you've
got 8.
You know what I mean? It's
and then you've got with UFC as well, and MMA, you've got the threat of people shooting in and faking it to come over with a punch, you know what I mean, pretending to go down.
So what you're taking from this is what you.
But the main thing I want to work on is my footwork. My footwork has always been a thing that's let me down over the years. You know what I mean? I've always just like stepped the wrong way, and I've fucked something up, muddled it up by just stepping wrong. You know what I mean? So it's more, I want to work more on my stance, keeping low, getting me, you know what I mean, keeping my stance more, keeping my hands up, and then from there, like, I'm happy with my punches and stuff, but I know for a fact that the more I punch in here with the lads, the more I practice and I shadow box with them and watch them, I'm going to get better every session. The
work that Chris does with his fighters is very power orientated.
Yeah.
With speed, it's not just silly power, but it's everything that he seems to want to deliver. He's delivering with a bit of spite and nastiness.
Yeah, that's it, lad. Like, we're boxing, aren't we? You know what I mean? We're boxing. Like, it can't be nice. We're not playing tennis, lad. You know what I mean? Can't just forehand it to each other.
Sometimes, you know, but they have the skills here. But the power is a major part of it. I'm intrigued to see how these 3 do. And
I can't wait to watch them. I think they've all got knockout power for the weight. Like we were saying before as well, the amount of power Brandon's got for his size, like it's about this big, lad.
It's not right, is it?
And the amount of power he's got and he puts into each shot, lad, is just, when I watch him hit the pads and even sparring, lad, when he hits people with shots, you're just like, what? I sparred him last week, lad, maybe we were back at each other.
It's not right, is it? It's not.
No, for the size, lad, he's a freak, lad, he can. We call him Stupid Brilliant Brandon.
Paddy, it's always a pleasure, mate. So, good luck, like I say, with the surgery, and hopefully, like I say, I get to see you in the UFC.
Nice one, fella. My pleasure. You know, that it will be 100%. Be taken over the UFC by the end of 21.
Will there ever be a haircut, mate?
No, I'll have to get cornrows though. So it's like that. As you see when we were sparring, then one shot, lad, and my hair goes like that. Doesn't even catch me.
I don't have that problem no more.
Yeah, you're flying.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.